It all began with a map, a sprawling tapestry of colors and lines that seemed to promise adventure with every curve and border. Spread across my living room floor, it was more than just paper. It was a portal to possibility, a stage for dreams that had quietly grown in the corners of my mind. My finger traced a line from the pine forests of Canada, winding south through deserts, jungles, and mountains, all the way to the windswept tip of South America. The idea was wild, almost reckless, to drive the entire length of the Americas from the familiar north to the mysterious south, chasing the horizon for thousands of miles. The logistics were dizzying, a puzzle of paperwork and planning. We needed visas for a dozen countries, a sturdy vehicle, Peggy, our faithful 4x4, and a mountain of gear. Endless lists filled our days: medical kits, spare tires, water purifiers, emergency rations, and all the little things you never think you'll need until you're far from home. Friends questioned our sanity, their voices a mix of concern and awe. "Are you sure?" they'd ask, eyebrows raised. But the dream was bigger than the fear, and their doubts only fueled our determination. This wasn't just a trip. It was a chance to see the world as one continuous, breathtaking story, to connect the dots between cultures, landscapes, and people. The night before we left, I barely slept. My mind raced with images of endless highways, border crossings, and the faces of strangers who might become friends. Leaving home was bittersweet. The comfort of the familiar tugged at my heart, but anticipation and curiosity won out, urging me forward into the unknown. We pulled onto the road, a tiny speck against the vastness of the continent, our hearts pounding with excitement and a touch of fear. The first miles felt surreal, as if we were characters in a story we'd only ever read about. Every turn of the wheel was a step into a new chapter, a leap into possibility. The continent lay before us, a vast canvas waiting for our story, its mountains and rivers and cities ready to reveal their secrets. The engine rumbled to life on a cool Canadian morning, the air crisp with the scent of pine and the promise of new beginnings. The challenge was the appeal, to step out of the familiar, to test ourselves against the unknown, and to truly live in the moment. With a final check of the map, a deep, hopeful breath, and a silent promise to embrace whatever came our way, the journey began. The adventure had truly begun, and with every passing mile, the world seemed to open up just a little more. The road ahead was unknown, a ribbon of possibility stretching into the distance, and that, more than anything, was exactly the point. Our journey began in the wild, untamed north, weaving through the heart of Canada and the United States. We were awed by the endless forests, their emerald canopies stretching as far as the eye could see, and the majestic, snow-capped Rockies that rose like ancient guardians along our path. Each mile brought a new sense of wonder, a reminder of how small we are in the face of such natural splendor. The sheer scale of the land was humbling. Our daily worries seemed to vanish, dwarfed by the grandeur of towering peaks and sweeping valleys. It felt as if the wilderness itself was inviting us to slow down, to breathe, and to simply be present. As we traveled further, dense forests gave way to the open plains of the American Midwest. Here, the sky stretched endlessly, a vast canvas above golden fields that shimmered in the sunlight. The horizon seemed to go on forever, filling us with a sense of freedom and possibility. In the heart of these wide-open spaces, we found small towns that welcomed us with genuine smiles and a warmth that felt like home. Life moved at a gentler pace, and the easy rhythms of daily life reminded us to savor each moment. The landscape shifted again as we entered the deserts of the Southwest. Here, fiery colors painted the earth, and strange, otherworldly rock formations glowed beneath the setting sun. The beauty was stark and raw, unlike anything we had seen before. We parked Peggy on the edge of vast canyons, watching as the sun dipped below the horizon and painted the rocks in shades of gold and crimson. Each sunset felt like a private performance, mesmerizing us with its ever-changing spectacle. Crossing into Mexico, everything shifted. The air grew warmer, the language changed, and the rhythm of life took on a new vibrant energy. It was as if we had stepped into a different world, full of promise and adventure. North America had been a grand overture, a symphony of landscapes and experiences that prepared us for the unknown roads ahead. Each region offered its own unique beauty, its own lessons, and its own stories. We'd witnessed the silent majesty of snow-capped mountains, the relentless sun of the deserts, and the quiet kindness of strangers who made us feel welcome wherever we went. The continent revealed its secrets slowly, 1 mile at a time, as our odometer ticked ever higher and the road twisted through ever-changing scenery. With every new horizon, our hunger for adventure only grew, fueling our desire to see what lay beyond the next bend in the road. Mexico greeted us with a riot of color, sound, and life. We navigated bustling cities, welcomed by warm, patient people. Off the tourist trail we found artisans weaving stories into blankets and shaping clay into art. Culture was alive in every village, every meal, every smile. The landscapes shifted from mountains to jungles to turquoise coasts. Standing among ancient ruins, we felt the weight of history. Challenges, flat tires, wrong turns, adventurous street food, became cherished memories. Strangers became friends, offering help and kindness at every turn. Mexico taught us resilience and the extraordinary generosity of the human spirit. It captured our hearts completely. Central America squeezed continents into a narrow, vibrant strip. Each country, Guatemala, El Salvador, Honduras, Nicaragua, Costa Rica, Panama, had its own flavor. We navigated challenging roads, border crossings, and tropical downpours. Delays became opportunities to share stories and laughter with locals and fellow travelers. The natural beauty was breathtaking: volcanoes, rainforests, and mythic islands. Meals with families and conversations with farmers revealed a shared humanity. Conservationists inspired us with their passion for the land. Despite differences, we were all connected by hope and community. Central America was a lesson in patience, kindness, and the bonds that unite us. The Darien Gap halted us, a wild, roadless jungle between Panama and Colombia. No road crossed it. Peggy had to be shipped by sea. Bureaucracy in Cologne tested our patience, but camaraderie with other travelers kept spirits high. Watching Peggy loaded into a shipping container was strangely emotional. We found our own passage on a small sailboat, trading the road for the Caribbean Sea. Sailing through the San Blas Islands, we swam, snorkeled, and met the Guna people. Nights under a blanket of stars felt magical and serene. This watery detour became one of the journey's most beautiful chapters. Sometimes the obstacle is the path. The forced pause reminded us to embrace the unexpected. We arrived in South America changed and ready for more. Reuniting with Peggy in Cartagena was pure joy. Colombia's energy was infectious, its people warm and optimistic. We climbed into the Andes, staying on a coffee farm and waking to misty mountains. The drive was challenging but spectacular, every turn a new vista. Ecuador's Avenue of the Volcanoes amazed us with snow-capped peaks. Standing on the equator, we marveled at how far we'd come. Markets burst with color, and locals shared their pride and hope. The Andes shaped the land and its people, resilient and welcoming. Crossing these mountains was more than a physical feat, it was uplifting. The heart of the continent beat strongest here. Peru felt like a journey through time, the Andes growing even more immense. We acclimatized with coca tea, humbled by the altitude and history. Machu Picchu appeared through the mist, a breathtaking testament to Inca ingenuity. Wandering the ruins, we felt awe and a deep connection to the past. Cusco's blend of Inca and Spanish architecture charmed us. Flying over the Nazca lines, we wondered at ancient mysteries. Weavers and farmers in the sacred valley shared traditions rooted in Pachamama. Their respect for the land was palpable and inspiring. Peru offered more than stunning sights. It revealed the enduring strength of culture. We left with a deeper appreciation for wisdom passed through generations. Bolivia's Altiplano was stark, surreal, and spiritual. The Salar de Uyuni's endless salt flats created mind-bending illusions. After rain, the flats became a mirror, sky and earth blending into one. Challenges, unpaved roads, thin air, were outweighed by the rewards. Flamingo-filled lagoons, bubbling geysers, and volcanic landscapes left us in awe. Descending into Chile's Atacama Desert, we found silence and ancient beauty. The Valley of the Moon felt otherworldly, the quiet profound. At night the sky exploded with stars, the Milky Way a river overhead. We saw constellations new to us, humbled by the universe's scale. This leg taught us resilience and the stark beauty of our planet. The high plains and deserts left us changed. We crossed the mighty Andes into Argentina, the air crisp and thin as we wound our way through mountain passes that seemed to touch the sky. Each turn revealed new vistas, snow-capped peaks, deep valleys, and the promise of a new country just beyond the horizon. The home stretch was finally in sight, and with every mile, anticipation grew. The border crossing felt like a rite of passage, a threshold between dreams and reality. Mendoza's sun-drenched vineyards welcomed us with open arms, offering a place to rest, reflect, and celebrate how far we'd come. The golden light of sunset bathed the fields, and laughter echoed among the vines. We savored Malbec and steak, flavors that seemed to capture the very soul of Argentina, rich, bold, and unforgettable. Each meal was a toast to the journey and the friends we'd made along the way. The drive south through Patagonia was nothing short of epic, a vast and untamed wilderness that stretched endlessly before us. The road seemed to go on forever, a ribbon of adventure cutting through the wild. The wind howled across the plains, fierce and relentless, while the land itself felt infinite. Ruta 40 became our lifeline, guiding us through a landscape both beautiful and intimidating. Along the way, guanacos grazed by the roadside and condors soared overhead, silent witnesses to our journey. Their presence reminded us of the wildness and wonder of this place. El Chalten's jagged peaks and El Calafate's calving glaciers left us speechless, their raw beauty a testament to nature's power and artistry. We stood before the mighty Perito Moreno Glacier, watching as massive icebergs crashed into the water below. Nature's raw power was on full display, humbling and awe-inspiring. Finally we reached Ushuaia, the legendary city at the end of the world. Nestled between mountains and sea, it felt like the edge of everything we'd ever known. At the Pan American Highway's end, we paused to take it all in. The journey that began so far away had brought us here, to this windswept corner of the earth. We stood in the fierce Patagonian wind, hearts pounding, overwhelmed by the magnitude of what we'd accomplished. The wind seemed to carry away our exhaustion, leaving only gratitude, relief, pride, and a touch of sadness washed over us. The end was bittersweet, a beautiful conclusion to a chapter we wished could last forever. We had driven from the very top of the Americas to its southernmost tip, tracing a line across continents and cultures, forging memories that would last a lifetime. The map, once just a dream, was now a living story, each mile a memory, each border a milestone. Our journals and photos overflowed with stories, laughter, and lessons learned on the road. The journey was written, not just in miles, but in friendships and moments of wonder. The kindness of strangers had carried us through deserts, mountains, and storms. Their generosity and warmth became the true treasures of our adventure. As we gazed out over the end of the road, we knew the journey had changed us forever, leaving us braver, wiser, and forever grateful for the beautiful embrace of the Americas.